feeling good about the way we do things. And I think it's going to be real interesting on Thursday night to see who believes in their physicality throughout the entire match.
All right, guys, we'll open it up.
Aaron, whose advantage? You guys have the experience, haven't been there so much, but then they went last year. They beat you already this year. You know, any of that stuff playing it, or is it all new?
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that they beat us early in the year kind of gives us a little extra motivation. Considering they're hosting, they're going to be at home, they're going to have a big crowd behind them. That gives them an advantage because they're definitely going to be playing hard. So I mean, it's tough to say, but I know both teams are going to come out tomorrow night firing, and it's going to be an exciting match.
Aaron, just to go off that a little bit with the crowd, 4,000 people are expected to be there. When you have a match like that, how important is it for you guys to get off to a good start early, try to quiet that crowd and take them out of the match?
Yeah, it's definitely big. It could make for a long night if they kind of come out and make some big plays early on. So, I mean, we're definitely going to have to get started just like any other match, try and jump out on, get a good start, jump out on top. But, I mean, it's definitely going to be something that we're going to look to do.
Yeah, and just to follow up to that for everyone at the table, does it help when you have a crowd like this that might be a little hostile that you guys are Penn State and pretty much everywhere you travel on the road people that don't like you?
I mean, I just think it's nice to play in front of a lot of people who really like the game. And like you said, it's going to be sold out. It's going to be a packed arena with people that are ready to see a good volleyball match. So that's what's most exciting about it to me.
Yeah, things I talk about, the same question for you though. I mean, it's like, is there an advantage for the team, or is it, I mean, you've been doing this for so long,
It is what it's perceived to be.
How do you perceive it to be?
I've been through enough of these to hear teams say, well, after the fact, a team looked like they'd been here before, so they played that way. I've heard it saying teams have won, didn't know any better. They didn't know they were supposed to lose. It is what it's perceived to be. You walk in, you got to have a faith in yourself. Like I said, you don't change what you do just because of a crowd or an opponent. You just make sure that you try to do it as best as you can, for as long as you can, as hard as you can. And you need to block out some things that you can't control. And the teams that I think are good at rolling with the punches do pretty well here at the tournament.
Connor, would you say that the team's mindset right now is pretty focused, or is it a little bit more loose, kind of having experience being here so often?
I think a little bit of both. I think we play pretty well when we stay loose, and I think that's kind of the personality of the team. So if there's a way to stay loose and stay focused at the same time, that's kind of what we aim for, So it's definitely a balance, but I think the guys do a good job of keeping each other, at a nice medium. So I think that's one of our strengths.
Connor, you've been to many NCAA tournaments. How different has this NCAA tournament been just with the change in the format to where you're basically now going to be playing your fourth match in a span of 8 days?
I mean, I haven't really given it too much thought in that sense, but I think our main goal right now is just to come out and, we can't lose. Our season's over, so I think we're taking every match, with an attitude that could be our last, could very well be our last. So that's our main focus right now. I don't think it's been that much different from years past.
Matt, how do you think you guys are playing?
I think we're playing well. I mean, I think the nice part about the tournament is it's whoever's playing their best, and I think we're 30 feet wide right now, and everyone's kind of playing their best volleyball this season at this time when we want to be. So I mean, if we're going to do that, right now is the time to do it. And I think everyone's feeling like they're playing their best, and everyone's feeling pretty comfortable going to Thursday. So
30 feet wide. Yeah. There's 900 square feet over there.
You have 30 feet of net, you got to attack from.
Right.
Pretty intelligent kid.
You probably heard that.
He's bigger than me too. So
I heard that in
says
some
I'm not
meetings.
disappointed.
Coach, go back a little bit to last night. Aaron had 20 kills, and I looked it up. It was the first time since 2008 when you won the national championship that you've had a player with 20 kills in an NCAA tournament match. From your standpoint, you've seen a lot of great Penn State outside attackers. Where do you think Aaron fits in all the time in that Penn State legacy of great players?
Well, up until now, he's among the best. We've got 2 matches left, so, his book is open, and then we got next year. So, as juniors go, we talked about his athletic learning curve being pretty steep, and it's been rising steadily. He's on that, for those math majors, that asymptote that keeps going up. I think that it's going to be interesting to see where his teammates bring him and where he brings his teammates. Right now, it's not about the touching the ball and doing the things that he does. It's about how does he make his team better and how does his team make him better. And that's always the fun part with teams. And how do the freshmen fit in? So, for what Aaron's done as a junior, he's doing a good job for us.
And talking about Penn State history, you have to ask, this is the 20-year anniversary of you guys winning the title in 1994. Any special recollections or anything special about this year being the 20th anniversary of it?
Well, I know a bunch of the guys from that 94 team have reconvened here in Chicago. So they're going to be in the gym on Thursday night. And a bunch of emails were flying this year about making sure that happened. So we did our part to get them here. But it's a nice remembrance. It's something that has no bearing on what's going to happen, but it's going to be nice to see those guys 20 years ago where a rainy night in Fort Wayne was a lot of fun